Have you ever wondered if you could reach the absolute top level of competitive sports if you start in your 20s? Now imagine you just won a game of tennis or scored a hat-trick in a football match. With the adrenaline pump, there arises a question. If I start now, can I become an elite sportsperson? To find out if it's plausible or not, and what exactly are your chances of making it big in sports, let's start with the odds. In the United States alone, over 7 million high school athletes compete each year, but only about 6% of them will play at the college level. And from there, fewer than 2% of college athletes go on to play professionally. That means for every 1,000 high school athletes, only about 12 will play in college, and just 1 or 2 might ever make it to the pros. The numbers are starker in other sports, like basketball, for example. Over 600,000 players play basketball professionally. But in the NBA, the roster size is just about 500. Seems very tough, right? And aiming to achieve the top spot by starting in your 20s is definitely a lot of work. So, how soon do top athletes begin their sporting journey? According to a 2020 study, the average age to start serious training is around 10.5 years. Sportspersons typically reach the elite level around 17 years, 9 months, peaking at 24 years, and they usually retire by 32. For team sports, the pattern is similar, but careers last a bit longer, with retirement averaging around 34 years. But now, even in individual sports, the retirement age is pushed way back to 35 plus years. Look at Fernando Alonso, for example. That man is driving a Formula One car at 43, as compared to most of his competitors who are between 22 to 29 years of age. Now, what really happens if you start in your 20s? If you start pursuing professional football in your 20s, you're up against a massive challenge. Most of your competition has been immersed in the sport since childhood, often joining academies as young as 8 or 9, and signing their first professional contracts between 16 and 18. By the time you lace up your boots at 22, many peers have already logged over a decade of high-level training, tactical education, and match experience. This head start matters. If you know about the 10,000-hour rule, popularized by the Canadian author Malcolm Gladwell, it suggests that it takes roughly 10,000 hours of practice to achieve mastery in a complex skill. By their early 20s, elite players have accumulated thousands of hours playing the game, built muscle memory, and developed the awareness that only comes from years of work. But is it just hard work? Human performance is incredibly complex. Some athletes benefit from genetic gifts like fast twitch muscles or superior lung capacity. Others have the mental edge, confidence, focus, and the ability to handle pressure. And even the best need the right opportunities, access to good coaching, facilities, and sometimes being in the right place at the right time. Now, what inspires us to think positively in this regard are the stories of sportspersons who, despite starting late, reached the top level in their sport. Ken Norton had an illustrious boxing career from 1967 to 1981, even beating legends like Muhammad Ali and Jerry Quarry. Initially, Norton was a promising athlete in track and field and association football. At the age of 20, he was enlisted into the U.S. Marine Corps, where he took up boxing. At 24, he turned professional, and the rest is history. One story people love is Jamie Vardy's. He was released by Sheffield's youth team at the age of 16. Vardy played in non-league football matches into his mid-20s. He arrived in the Premier League at the age of 27, won the league at 29, and even won the Golden Boot at 33. But even in these stories, a lot of factors were into play. So, can you reach the top if you start in your 20s? It's not impossible, but it's extremely rare. The reality is, starting in your 20s means you're trying to climb a mountain where most have already reached the summit or are well on their way. Out of millions of hopefuls worldwide, only a select few ever earn a pro jersey. Becoming the next Ronaldo or LeBron might be difficult, but here's the good news. You can achieve remarkable things in sports, even if you start late. You can reach high amateur levels, compete in lower leagues or age group events, and enjoy the physical and mental benefits of sport for life. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, dream big, train smart, and enjoy the game.